I don't want pronouns. I don't want pronouns. I saw
So
that.
you're fluid? What is that?
Nobody even knows what that means. Ask her to describe exactly what that means.
Well, what is that? Why are people
Nobody
doing that?
knows.
Well, what is that?
Because they're going crazy.
Oh, Lord. Now he coming for the alphabet, pronoun, pronouns, prefix, suffix people. Good day, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. If you do like the content that I'm putting out when it comes to like political videos, etc., make sure you hit that like button right there. All right. Also, follow me on the platform you see above and below. Last but not least, make sure you double check to see if you still are subscribed to the channel because people are being unsubbed from the channel. All right. Appreciate you all. Okay. So we taking this back to Donald Trump and his latest controversial statements that he has been making that have been pissing a lot of people off. You guys know he went to the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists, went there, completely wrecked the girl who tried to get him with these gotcha moments and aha moments, and they completely backfired on her. Yeah, now, even though a lot of people say he went in there look how he went in there talking to black women. You always try to push some type of racial narrative. He was talking to her as if she was a person. He responded to her argument. He responded to her tone when he first sat down. Had nothing to do with the fact that it was a black woman. He told her, you know, you starting off really rude. You were 35 minutes late on this interview. What Trump trying to say? Black people late? No, that's what y'all are saying. Anyway, Trump took a sit down with Laura Ingraham, and I guarantee you, if they caught some of these little pieces and things that Trump said, oh, they're going to be coming for him too. He need to apologize, because this is what he had to say about people with the pronouns, though. But make sure y'all catch it when he says it, when she starts asking about it. And a lot of things he says in here, you know what? Y'all just watch it.
With Biden barely there on good days and Kamala on the trail, who the heck is running the White House? And how dangerous is an America run by unelected technocrats? Which begs the question, who's the real threat to democracy?
I'm the opposite of a threat to democracy. They're a threat to democracy. I mean, look at what they just did. They just took over the presidency from a This was a coup. Biden is a very angry man right now. You know that. They took the presidency away. His wife didn't want it to happen. They took the presidency away like he was a child.
Who's making the decisions right now in the White House, do you think?
A group of people that are fascists, communists, Marxists. They circle the beautiful Resolute desk in the Oval Office. Like in the Justice Department. I mean, I always felt that Merrick Garland, I had respect for him. You know, there were some people that thought I should appoint him. I really gave it serious thought.
He had a good reputation.
But in the end, no, he did. I had a lot of respect for him. I'm so surprised that he's doing it.
But you're saying Biden isn't making any of the big decisions?
I don't think so, no. I don't think he knows he's alive.
Kamala Harris in her Twitter bio, which I never noticed until this morning, states her pronouns as she/her. What are your pronouns?
I don't want pronouns. I don't want pronouns. I saw
So
that.
you're fluid? What is that?
Nobody even knows what that means. Ask her to describe exactly what that means.
Well, what is that? Why are people
Nobody
doing that?
knows.
Well, what is that?
Because they're going crazy, all right? We have to bring our country back to sanity. So I say this about the Republican Party. It's a party now based on common sense, okay? We're conservative, I don't know. Conservative, we're everything. But we're based on common sense. We want borders, we want low taxes, we want good education, we want to be able to buy a house, we want the American dream for our children. I want the American dream. I want my children to say, man, this is great. You don't even hear about the American dream anymore. You heard about it 4 years ago, but you don't hear about it anymore. I want the American dream as a goal for our children. They want to do something. You don't hear that anymore with all of this nonsense going on. We are a party based on common sense.
A Time magazine story over the weekend says that they're going to use the phrase just plain weird as their new label for Trump. I thought that was Austin's motto, but just plain weird.
Look, what they do is they take sound bites. Russia, Russia, Russia. He's a paid associate of Putin. These people are crazy, okay? Do you know, that lasted 2.5 years, total exoneration. They went through millions of phone calls. I didn't have one call to Russia. The whole thing was a con job, and everything about them. Look at Biden. He said he'll challenge me to golf. I'm a very good golfer. He's a terrible golfer. This guy can't hit a ball 30 yards. You saw those men downstairs, those policemen. They're screaming at me, hit a shot, hit a shot. And I hit a nice 7-iron right next to the pin. Biden wouldn't do that. He couldn't hit the ball 15 yards.
I mean, what is this, just plain weird?
Listen,
American families?
The whole thing is a con job. Just plain weird. You know who's plain weird? She's plain weird. She's a weird person. Look at her past. Look at what she does. And look at what she used to say about herself, and I won't get into it, what she used to say and who she was compared to what she said starting at about 2016. She became a totally different person, only for political reasons.
Black women, Kamala Harris believes she can mobilize them. She is mobilizing activists quite well, I think, across the country. What do you say to them tonight about how life will improve for them under a second Trump administration?
If you have her, you're going to have very unsafe streets. You're going to have millions of people coming in, taking your job and your husband's job. Remember this. Again, I said it before and I'll say it again. Black people, when all of these people are coming in, the ones that are losing the biggest are the black population. Now, not only in terms of job, but in terms of crime. People are being killed by these migrants coming in from jails, prisons, and gangs from South America and from all over the world. They're coming from all over the world. The world is dumping their prisoners and their criminals into the United States. We're like a dumping ground.
Your legacy, in 1 or 2 lines. 5 years from now, assuming you've been president for 4 years, you've finished your second term, what do you want your legacy to be for America?
That I loved our country and that I was able to straighten it out because our country's going bad. We're a failed nation. We're a failing and a failed nation. We're laughed at all over the world. When I was president, we weren't laughed at. President Xi was not laughing at me. He wasn't giving us lectures like they did in Alaska in the early weeks of the Biden administration. I've never seen anything. They would never do that. Mexico wouldn't say we want $2 billion just to talk. Mexico gave us everything. Remain in Mexico policy. Nobody could come in. They had to remain in Mexico. Mexico gave us everything. We had a strong border. We had the strongest border in the history of our country. Listen, when I made the right turn, you know why? Because I put up a chart of the lowest immigration in recorded history. That chart saved my life.
I hope the guy who made that chart got a raise.
Well, it was actually made by Border Patrol.
Are you having any fun out there? Like, I know this is like work, but you're 78. You could be doing anything. Are you having fun post-assassination attempt?
I feel, number one, just because you said 78 I am, but I feel stronger. I feel just as good as I did 40 years ago. I feel the same. I actually feel I'm sharper because if I'm not, I'm in trouble, okay? I feel I'm sort of sharper. Somebody said it to me that said, you know, I think you're sharper now than you were 20 years ago. And maybe doing, you know, all this things, everything that's happening. I'm having fun in a strange way because I'm making a lot of progress. I think we're going to win, and I'm going to make America great again. And that's far more important to whether or not I'm happy. That will make me happy.
See what I'm saying? He's right. Like, what is fluid? What is that? They don't even know. They're just going crazy. That's what it is. Now, him saying that, remember, look what he just said. The whole thing about being Republican. Don't necessarily say you can call it conservative, you call it this, you call it, but pretty much it's about common sense. You got to get away from all the lunacy, folks. I mean, all this stuff like that. Approach me with my Z's, that, all that bull crap. Nobody does. It's all a big old distraction. Has nothing to do with life. People not calling you by your pronouns is not going to keep you from functioning in life. Although some of you weak-minded, easy, feeble snowflakes, y'all get crazy over there. And you know what? Till this day, you will not get me to call you any of your pronouns. I'm going to call you by, if you got a last name, I will call you by your last name. And I won't even do it with the whole formal thing. For example, people are like, you got to call him by their, if it's a guy, what is his name? His name is Charles. I'm going to call him Charles. Well, he likes to go by Leah. What's his name on paper? I'm going to call him Charles. Well, he'll get upset. Oh, well, that's his problem, not mine. Ty, call him by, okay, like I told them before. Okay, I want y'all to start calling me the N-word. Why? Why would we do that? Why not? I want to be called the N-word. We can't do that. Why? Because it's hate speech. How? I want to be called that. I identify. I want you to call me the N-word. Well, we're not going to do that. Why? Because you're not really. Well, neither is Charles. Charles is not Leah. Charles is Charles. But anyway, to get around it, if Charles' last name is Dickerson, I'll just go, hey, Dickerson. I don't even say Mr. or Miss. No, I'm going to call you Dickerson. Plain and simple. Anyway, then the last part y'all seen him talking about in here, which I was like, yeah, buddy. A lot of people are not going to like that. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, don't you? Did I give y'all enough time? You know exactly what I'm talking about. That question about us black folks, how he's going to help. And he's absolutely right, because it's happening right now, folks. It's happening right now with these folks swelling into these cities. Chicago. The reason why I'm talking about Chicago, because that is where I lived, and I actually have a place. Let me shut up. Anyway, they're being filtered in those places. There are landlords who are kicking people out on Section 8. Black people, let's keep it real. A lot of black people on Section 8 for these apartments, for these complexes, for these duplexes. They are being kicked out because Section 8 is not competing with what the federal government is giving these migrants, these asylum seekers, these illegals to come in there. They're being booted out to allow them to come in there because they're getting paid more on it. Who's been affected by it? Like he said, these people that's being dumped here, they're not going to the suburbs. They're not going to the gated communities. They're going where a lot of us live, a lot of black people live, which is the low income areas, y'all. Let's keep it real. They're dumping them in the ghetto. They're dumping them in the projects. They're dumping them in the hood. And now you got this stuff going on. There were some people right now that I heard from my family up in Chi-Town. They were saying that people are saying now mothers are calling their jobs telling them, or they're telling them, and I'm just being real, single mothers are like, I'm going to be late because I got to watch my child go on the bus, because now in Chicago, there were people that were being kidnapped by Venezuelans or by whoever these illegals are. And they're not reporting this on the news. They don't want to make it look like it's bad. They don't want to make this appear that Kamala Harris them policies, her and Biden them policies with this open borders is failing and destroying people. He's absolutely right. These people are going to come and they're going to work these jobs that a lot of people don't want to work and are not working currently. They are going to do it, and it's going to be more damning and damaging to black people like you've never seen it before. Guaranteed, or your money back. And the fact that he's saying that if he get in there, he's going to make sure that this is not going to happen. It's happening already, but he's going to keep it from progressing because he's going to get these people out, deport them, The economy is going to get better. We're going to drill here. The prices are going to go down. Inflation is going to go down. People will be able to buy homes and everything like that. And if it doesn't happen, at least within the 2 years of him being there, your boy going to be sitting right here calling them out on it. Watch it. Mark my words. I am equal opportunity calling bull crap out. Anyway, what was I just saying a minute ago? Oh, yeah, this. If you've been raised in an environment where you've been under this lens of like a very crazy, far left, radical, liberal parent where they just make you see the world like it's not. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm talking about a lot of people, folks. I'm not just talking about white people. I'm talking about black folks too. A lot of us have been raised to see things in a radical way too. Oh, don't believe me? How come, some of y'all that might have kind of grew up like I did, we were taught that if we go into a store, if anybody white make eye contact with us or anything like that, why are they looking at us? If the goddamn on stocker or when I say stocker, I'm talking about people that stock shelves, the stocker, store clerk. If we happen to be in the aisle and they just happen to walk by and make eye contact with us, why he looking at me? He probably think I'm in here still. Who taught us to be like that? See what I'm saying? Formulating these radicalized ideologies that we carry along with us. When this person didn't do nothing more, he just made eye contact, he keep on going. Why he had to look at me? I bet he think I'm in here stealing something. That's all they do. Anyway, y'all, that's my whole point. This is a good interview. I like a lot of stuff in here that was being said here, folks. Do I agree with everything Trump do in the manner that he do it? No, for you to think that. But I can tell you what. When I look at the overall message and I see that somebody is putting this country first, putting our people first, and I'm not talking about black, I'm talking about Americans. Putting Americans first, yeah, I'll get behind that. Because based off this current administration actions, it's for darn sure they're not putting you first. They got y'all all treated, hey, we can have another female version of Barack Obama. Hey. You're broke right now, aren't you? I'm not. You are. For the so-called disenfranchised and we live in these areas, look, how are y'all lives right now? It wasn't better under Trump. Prove it. Y'all, they try to do all this thing like black employment. Bro, Joe Biden. Black employment is down under me. It's been the lowest it's been. How come people are coming to be broke? You saying unemployment amongst black people is down the greatest it's ever been. If it is, you want to know why? Because now they got to work 2 jobs instead of the one they had under Trump. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this by putting it in the comment section below. Don't forget to do what you see right there. I know I repeated the whole comic part. Y'all get me, though. Hit the like button before y'all get out of here. Let me know what y'all think. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.